Hey everybody, it's Tim from Tabletop Audio, and I wanted to make a very brief video to show you some of the new features that I've added to the Custom SoundPad. In the last couple of months, several of you have emailed requesting keyboard controls over some of the sounds rather than mouse clicking. And so I have implemented that in this new version, keyboard controls to launch scenes specifically. So you can see that at the top here, there are 3 scenes saved, scene 1, scene 2, scene 3, and then in the upper right-hand corner, you can see the buttons 1, 2, and 3. These correspond to the numeric keys on your keyboard. So you can have 9 scenes attached to keyboard commands. I did this because we have a variety of keyboards in the world, different languages, different character sets, and I figured 1 through 9 was the one thing that everybody was going to be able to find on their keyboard. So you can have more scenes than 9, but only the first 9 will be able to launch with keyboard commands. So I can show you, here's my mouse over here, and I'll just hit number 1 on my keyboard, and it plays the first scene. And while I'm talking about this, I made a subtle change to the fade properties of the scenes. Scenes switching between each other used to be quite abrupt, so I've added a bit of a fade out and fade in, so it sounds a little bit less jarring. So I'm going to hit the second keyboard 2 button and just listen to the fade of the scenes. So it's subtle, but it's a little bit nicer than the abrupt. As you can see, the second scene contains frequency information. And so scenes work exactly the way they've always worked, except now you can launch them with the keyboard control. And to turn off the scene, I would simply hit the same button. So I'll just hit the number 2 button here, and the scene is off. The other thing that we have changed in the UI, or I have changed in the UI, is that many of you were saying that the delete red X buttons on the scenes, you were always pushing them by accident and deleting your scene. So now I have basically just unified the UI into all the red X buttons are visible only when the edit button is on. So you can delete sounds from your SoundPad, you can delete scenes, and then when you're done, you can turn it all off, and now you're not accidentally deleting anything anymore. Another important thing for the edit button now is that you can reorder the scenes. So let's say I have scene 1, scene 2, and scene 3 under buttons 1, 2, and 3, but I really want to launch scene 3 with the button 1, so I can simply drag it over here, and it renumbers them. And let's say I want scene 2 over here, and now we'll save that. So now I hit the 1 button, and scene 3 plays. I hit the 2 button. It's still scene 2. Anyway, so we can reorganize the scenes. Now, these will remember, when you come back to this, it'll remember your order. So you don't have to do this every time. So you can take your existing SoundPads and find your scenes and reorganize the numbers, and it'll remember it each time. Again, it's 1 through 9, so you can have 9 keyboard commands. If you have 12 scenes, the numbering will just stop after 9, and you will be able to mouse click the last 2 scenes. Or you don't have to use the keyboard commands at all. It is really just an option. So it should be pretty seamless. Use it if you're into keyboard control or not, which I think is the perfect solution. Anyway, thank you guys so much for listening. Thanks for these suggestions. I'm so glad I was able to figure out how to do this with my semi-competent programming skills, and I will talk to you again soon. More sounds coming soon. Bye.